Hey, Mr. Neely here. I want to show you how to make a histogram. Before you make a histogram, you need to make a frequency table. So here lately, since we have nothing else to do, I've been watching birds out at my bird feeder. At 9 o'clock every morning, watching the birds out there. So for the past few mornings, I've noticed that I've seen 12 birds. The next day, I only saw 3. The next day, I saw 8. The next day, I guess it was raining because I only saw 1. I only saw 1 the next day after that. And so for several days, this is what I saw. This many birds at that time during the day. Now this is a rather long list of data, so we need to come up with a way to organize it. Well, that would be a frequency table. A frequency table helps you to kind of bunch up your information. No, when you take that information, you need to make what's called intervals. Intervals have to be the same distance apart. We don't need these numbers to be same, the frequency. We do need for the intervals to be the same distance apart. So for my intervals, I'll pick like 1 to 4. That's 4 numbers. So if I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, I need to do 5, 6, 7, 8. We want about 3 to 5 intervals. We don't want a lot of intervals. That would be unnecessary. We don't want too few intervals because that would not look good. So we have the next one will be 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the last one starts with 13, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, from 1 to 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers that fit in that. So those 8 numbers are in that frequency, or in that amount. That's how many. From 1 to 4 birds, there was 8 mornings I saw that many. From 5 to 8, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 numbers that fit that interval. Now from 9 to 12, well, we have 12. That's 1, and 10. So that's 2 numbers. All right, and then for the last one, we have from 13 to 16. It looks like we just have that 1. All right, so we create a frequency table. That's necessary to create a histogram. The frequency table, again, most of the time in 6th grade, they're going to give these intervals to you. But as you get into 7th grade and 8th grade, you're going to have to come up with your own intervals. You need to look at the range of the data, the smallest and the biggest numbers. You don't want to make the intervals go too far and you have 0, 0, 0. You don't want to make too few intervals because then you'll have not enough to make your box. Well, the thing we're going to make today is a histogram, but I'm going to make several small videos instead of one big one because that took forever. So just making a frequency table, remember, you want to count up the numbers that go in between here. Those 8 numbers that fit in between 1 to 4. You don't want the same number here and here. I saw a guy that made a really great video, but it was a little confusing because he was like going like 1 to 4 and then 4 to whatever. That's when you have to do with decimals, and that's a little more tricky, and we won't talk about that one in this video. I'll let you see his video for that information. All right, well, I'll see you in the next video. The next video is actually going to use this information to make our histogram.